Well, they also have another thing coming. Because what this does is it leads to more resentment and more criticism toward the Israeli government.
We agree.
Because if
We
you're going to
converge.
erode the constitutional
We
rights of the
concur.
American people on behalf of a foreign government, that will build more anger and more resentment toward Israel. So I think Israel's playing with fire. I think American supporters of Israel who are celebrating what happened to Khalil are also playing with fire. When you try to censor speech or censor ideas, that draws more attention to the ideas.
Yep.
And look, some might be wondering, why do I keep mentioning the Israeli government in this story? Well, because I can't help but remember back in July of last year, you had Benjamin Netanyahu come to America and on our own soil denigrate and go after student protesters. Here's a little reminder.
Crazy.
Clarity begins by knowing the difference between good and
F you.
yet incredibly.
Run it back.
Clarity begins by knowing the difference between good and evil.
This man,
Yet
this
incredibly,
bloke, this
many anti-Israel
Bruh.
protesters,
this chap,
Soil. Denigrate
This
and
man.
go after student
dude.
protesters. Here's a little reminder of that.
clarity begins by knowing the difference.
BB. Yeah. Yeah. The truth pertaining to BB. This dude is a BB bars. BB in the first line. BB is his first name. BB in the second line means BITCH, comma, BB is slang, New York slang for bro. Bars. Yeah. BB. Yeah. The flip.
Soil. Denigrate and go after student protesters. Here's a little reminder of that.
Clarity begins by knowing the difference between good and evil. Yet incredibly, many anti-Israel protesters, many choose to stand with evil. They stand.
Yo, the nerve of this dude. The audacity of this dude. The gall of this dude. Yo, this dude had the nerve to say they stand for evil when this ninja stands for evil. He condones this dude, this cretin condones the collective punishment of innocent Palestinians, bro. Crazy. This dude, bro, he got human rights violations, bro. This dude's got human rights violations, bro. Yo. They include denial of access to water, to things needed for survival, bro. This dude is culpable for denial of access. This dude is culpable for denial of access. He's culpable for denial of access to water, bro. What? Yo, he wants to say the protesters stand for evil when this demon stands for evil. Bro. He wants to say the protesters stand for evil when this dude stands for evil. He is a hypocrite, a shameless and brazen hypocrite. He is an unpenitent and unrepentant hypocrite. He doesn't think he's in the wrong because he is an egoist, bro. He is an egoist. He is arrogant. He is big-headed, bro. He is hubristic. He thinks he's above. He thinks he's superior, bro. He thinks he is flawless. Nobody is flawless. Humble yourself, you POG, you piece of garbage. Humble yourself, BB. Bro. Yeah, this dude, yo, bro. You contradictory cornball, you cancerous cur, you. C-U-R. C-U-R is a word. It means a contemptible person. It means a contemptible person. You cancerous cur, you. You bro. You contradictory clown, you. You cancerous cur, you. You corny contradictor, you. You courageless caitiff, you. C-A-I-T-I-F-F. A person who is afraid, who is fearful, who is spineless, who has no backbone, or a person who is despicable, who people see as despicable, who people see as despicable. Yeah. Caitiff. C-A-I-T-I-F-F. Yeah. Yeah. Did the C alliteration. You contradictory clown, you. You contradictory clown, you. You cancerous cur, you. You corny contradictor, you. You courageless caitiff, you. Yo, he doesn't have the balls to check his own group, the people in his group who are suckers, who are devils, who are blights. Unbelievable, bro.
Yet incredibly, many anti-Israel protesters, many choose to stand with evil.
Unafraid, not unafraid, not unafraid, afraid to check himself.
Between good and evil. Yet incredibly,
also not just check people who are suckers in his group, but him checks. He's afraid to check himself too.
They stand with people who came into the kibbutzim, into a home between good and evil. Yet incredibly, many anti-Israel protesters, many choose to stand with evil. They stand with Hamas. They stand
you stand with Israel Defense Forces. Goofball. You stand with Israel Defense Forces.
They stand with Hamas.
F you. You suck. You are moral muck. You are moral feces. Morally poor. Morally low. You are morally. This dude is morally low, but he wants to throw stones from a glass house, bro. He wants to throw stones from a. He does want to throw stones from a glass house, bro. He wants to virtue signal. He is equally as woke as these radical pro-Islam leftists. He is equally as woke as the radical pro-Islam leftists. Period. End of story.
On soil. Stand with Hamas. They stand with rapists and murderers. They stand with people who came into.
That is you, you sucker. That is you. That is you.
They stand with rapists and murderers. They stand with people who came into the kibbutzim, into a home. The parents hid the children, the two babies, in the attic, in a secret attic. They murdered the families, the parents. They found the secret latch to the hidden attic, and then they murdered the babies. These protesters
trash.
stand with them. They should be ashamed of themselves.
This man is fair across the board. This man is fair. This man is fair across the board. Yeah, if what he said is true, bro, they are monsters. The people who raped, the people who did those offenses he just said, those people are terrible people. There's no difficulty. There's no difficulty to say they are trash people. It is not difficult for me to say they are evil. The Arab people who did this. There's evil people in all groups, all races, religions, parties. Yeah, no group is flawless or infallible, bro. No group is flawless or no group is flawless or infallible. All groups are flawed. You have good and bad seeds in each group. Real-ish, bro. Real-ish. You have to go in on the evil people in all groups, not just the group that agrees with you or that you affiliate with, meant to say. You have to oppose evil in all groups, not just the evil in or not you must oppose the evil that happens to all groups, not just the evil that happens to your group, to the group you affiliate with. If you only oppose the evil that happens to your group or the group, if you only oppose the evil that happens to you, to your group or the group you affiliate with, you are a sucker, bro. You ain't really against evil. You ain't really in opposition to evil. You ain't really in opposition to evil. You ain't really in opposition to evil. You suck. You are goofy.
Murder the babies. These protesters stand with them. They should be ashamed of themselves.
You should be ashamed of yourself too, bro. But you won't self-reflect because you suck.
If they celebrate those atrocities that were committed by members of Hamas, no question.
Yes.
But what Netanyahu engaged in there was speech. He would have the right to respond to the protesters with that speech.
Yes.
But he does not have the right to pressure U.S. politicians who are bought off by Israeli donors here in the United States to essentially erode our constitutional rights when they're, when people are engaging in speech he doesn't like.
To infringe, encroach.
Because he also spread this BS about how the protesters are funded. Let's watch.
We recently learned from the National Security Director of U.S. Director of National Intelligence, that Iran is funding and promoting anti-Israel protests in
What's
America.
proof?
They want to disrupt America.
He has no proof. He doesn't show proof. This is emotion. This is bias, partialism, partialness. He's so biased.
Well, I have a message for
it is terrible, bro.
When the tyrants of Tehran, who hang gays from cranes and murder women for not covering their hair, are praising, promoting, and funding you, you have officially become Iran's useful idiots.
This is crazy.
Okay, so let's just talk about the fact that in the earlier video we showed, he mentions the atrocities that Hamas committed, including the
raping,
the rapes of Israeli civilians. Okay, well, there are stories reported by Israeli media regarding prison guards in Israeli prisons raping Palestinian detainees who haven't been charged with anything.
If this is the case, that
and when news got out about how brutal
evil,
some
wicked,
of these
and
detainees have
ugly
been
too.
raped by
This
those prison
is
guards.
immoral. This is depraved too. They
The
are
atrocities that Hamas committed, including
big
the,
bozos
you know,
if
the
they
rapes
really
of
raped
Israeli
the
civilians.
Palestinian
Okay, well,
females,
there
bro.
are stories reported by Israeli media.
They also suck. They also are
in Israeli prisons
devils.
raping
Huge
Palestinian detainees
devils.
who haven't been charged with anything. They've never had a day in court.
Rass
And
people.
when news
Trash people.
regarding prison
Whack
guards
people.
in Israeli
Bad
prisons
people.
raping Palestinian detainees who haven't been charged with anything, they've never had a day in court. And when news got out about how brutally some of these detainees had been raped by those prison guards,
remorseless,
in Israel,
merciless.
there was supposed to be an investigation. That was what was announced by the Israeli government. And you want to know what the reaction was? I mean, absolute rage by far-right Israeli settlers who thought, no, it's totally fine. It's totally fine when these Palestinian detainees who haven't been charged with anything, who haven't even been accused of any crime, but are being held, right, by the Israeli government in these detention facilities. Totally fine when they're being brutally raped. It's totally okay. Where's the outrage when it comes to stories like that?
You won't see it
It's
from the
wrong when Hamas does
sycophants
it, which I agree
of
with.
Israel. You won't see it. They will
Where's
lose.
the outrage
They fear loss.
when it
They
comes to
fear
stories
that
like that?
they will lose
It's wrong when Hamas does it, which I agree
connections,
with. That is definitely wrong.
money,
But when
different
there is
things.
this,
If they
like,
keep
systemic-
it all the way, a rack, a stack, a mill, a bill, a beam.
It's wrong when Hamas does it, which I agree with. Where is the outrage when it comes to stories like that?
They won't
It's wrong
oppose
when
it
Hamas does it, which I
because
agree with. That is definitely wrong.
they are, yeah.
Where is the outrage when it comes to stories like that? It's wrong when Hamas does it, which I agree with. That is definitely wrong.
Yes.
But when there is this like systemic issue right now,
Evilness,
Palestinian
wickedness,
civilians being
ugliness.
detained, brutalized, raped, all of that, that's totally okay. Because our politicians have been bought off by pro-Israeli donors.
Shame.
Okay, understood entirely. Now,
Nuts.
can the government do this? And this is where things get super tricky. Because no, what the Trump administration has done here is wrong.
Yes.
And they're just
Indubitably.
anyway. And what's scary,
Truthfully,
tricky,
candidly,
because no, what the Trump administration has done here is wrong.
evil,
And they're just going to engage in it anyway. And what's
abuse
scary is
of
the lack of real
authority.
response from the opposition party. So laws are different for green card holders versus visa holders, right? So if someone has a visa, that can be revoked relatively easily compared to a green card holder. So according to the Immigration and Nationality Act, international students can in fact lose their visas if they have committed a crime, or if they're not taking enough classes or getting enough credits to justify the whole reason why.
Or if you don't renew before it expires, you can't. That too.
Not taking enough classes or getting enough credits to justify the whole reason why they have a visa in the first place. Now, when it comes to green card holders,
what I just said is related to the green card, not the visa. Apologies. What I just said is related to the green card, not the visa word.
not taking enough classes or getting enough credits to justify the whole reason why they have a visa in the first place. Now, when it comes to green card holders, while the State Department can rescind visas, it was unclear what legal authority the Trump administration would use to revoke green cards, as Rubio said. Green card holders are one step below U.S. citizens, and revoking their residency typically requires a hearing before an immigration judge. None of that has happened.
It's crazy.
And look, I also want to
Abuse.
just note there has been some
This is
backlash
clear
among Trump
abuse.
supporters or those on the right. So specifically, Ann Coulter have it. And look, I also want to just note there has been some backlash among Trump supporters or those on the right.
Big ups
So specifically
to the MAGA people who are brave.
Commenting on
Don't agree with everything Ann Coulter says. Certain things are crazy, but she is based for opposing this abuse of authority that is happening currently. She is based for opposing the abuse of authority. She is based for opposing the abuse of authority that is currently happening. Word. Big ups to Coulter and other MAGA people who oppose this BS.
There's almost no one I don't want to. Trump supporters or those on the right. So specifically, Ann Coulter of all people put out a tweet commenting on this saying, there's almost no one I don't want to deport, but unless they've committed a crime, isn't this a violation of the First Amendment?
Yes.
Yes.
Infringement. Encroachment.
And the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, also known as FIRE, is fighting back against this, and I commend them because they're doing this in lieu of the ACLU, which put out some tepid, pathetic response. Expression, also known as FIRE, is fighting back against this, and I commend them because they're doing this in lieu of the ACLU, which put out some tepid, pathetic response or reaction to what the Trump administration did here. The ACLU just consistently has been embarrassing itself with that kind of garbage. So just keeping it real. But FIRE has stepped in, and they had posted on X that they had sent a letter to DHS, ICE, and the State Department requesting answers to questions surrounding
DHS is Department of Homeland Security. Department of Homeland Security.
What the Trump administration did here, the ACLU just consistently has been embarrassing itself with that kind of garbage. So just keeping it real. But FIRE has stepped in, and they had posted on X that they had sent a letter to DHS, ICE, and the State Department requesting answers to questions surrounding Mahmoud Khalil's arrest and detention. Here's what it said, or part of what it said. The administration must not use immigration enforcement to punish and filter out ideas disfavored by the government or deny due process to anyone facing arrest and detention. The government must also be transparent about the basis for its actions to avoid chilling protected speech. And they also say, to be clear, demonstrations on Columbia's campus since October 7th, 2023, have included both constitutionally protected speech and unlawful conduct. But the government has not clarified the factual or legal basis for Mr. Khalil's arrest. And that is a perfect statement, because there has been a very intentional conflation of those who are engaged in constitutionally protected speech. They're not engaging in any criminality whatsoever.
Illegal-ish.
And then there are others, the wreckers, I like to call them, who get involved, who harass
vandalism, different things.
And by the way,
physical attacks,
making other students feel uncomfortable, harassing Jewish students,
terror, fear.
That is illegal behavior, and there should be consequences for that.
Yes.
But there's no indication and no evidence, as we stand right now, indicating that Khalil engaged in
ran afoul of the law or transgressed.
But it is not good for those. No evidence, as we stand right now, indicating that Khalil engaged in that behavior.
This makes MAGA look so bad, bro. The right look so bad. The repubs look. This makes the repubs look so bad. Yo, people are praising this. Certain people in the MAGA, in the repub, certain repubs are praising this. Yeah. Bro.
No evidence, as we stand right now, indicating that Khalil engaged in that behavior. So we'll see how this story develops, but it is not good for those who actually
If this
give
stuff
a damn.
continues, bro, this country will collapse, bro. If this stuff continues to occur, bro, if people continue to condone this, to excuse this, yeah, things will get worse, bro. Yeah, this is sad.